What is going on, everybody? My name is Nick Green.
And I'm Kenny Gates.
And you're listening to Grounded in Greenville on WZMB 91.3 FM Greenville. And normally, if you guys are a fan of our show, you've tuned in every week. You know we typically like to start off our show with some ECU news, what's going on around campus. We have a little bit different of a starter for you guys, though. We have a new segment we're going to be doing where we're going to be introducing a new guest every week, talking to somebody who's on campus, very actively involved, and we're going to introduce you to them, and they're going to tell you a little bit about what they do here at ECU, and why you should get involved in that department specifically. So, Lauren, first of all, welcome on the show. Good to have you here. What is the Center of Leadership and Civic Engagement, and what does it do for students?
Yeah, so the Center for Leadership and Civic Engagement is one of, I believe, 7 offices within student engagement here at ECU. We are located in the main campus student center on the 2nd floor in Suite 208. So that's kind of the hallway facing the bus loop is how I tell students. What we do is we do leadership, service, voter engagement, and then we also are the home of the Williams-Ross Purple Pantry. And so we do a lot of leadership programming for students, services at the core. We, of course, encourage students to go and register to vote. We are nonpartisan, so we don't care how you affiliate. We just want to make sure you're registered to vote. And then, of course, the most important thing or the biggest thing that people come to our office is to utilize the Williams-Ross Purple Pantry.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's great, and we've been seeing some of the work you guys have been doing, especially with Purple Pantry. But what specifically do you do for the Center of Leadership and Civic Engagement?
Yeah, so I oversee some of those programs that I talked about. So some of the leadership programs with service, I actually oversee the alternative break experience. And actually, I'm taking a group of 10 students tomorrow for fall break to Western North Carolina to do Hurricane Helene recovery during their fall break. And then we offer some in the spring. So I oversee that program. I help out my colleague, Alex Dennis, who oversees the voter engagement programs here at ECU. And then we tag team, so we both help coordinate and facilitate running the Williams-Ross Purple Pantry, which takes up a lot of our time in the office. But that's a great resource that we're happy to provide for students.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So why do you think it's important for ECU students to get involved with this?
Yeah, we always talk to students, whether that be through co-ed or tabling events, or even if they stop in our office. We try to connect that leadership component with that service component and how much that can help that student after they graduate, right? Everybody here at ECU is hopefully going to graduate, and it's going to fingers crossed, right? Have ECU on their resume, but how good would it look to a future employer or grad school if you attended our days of service, or if you volunteered or donated to the Williams-Ross Purple Pantry? So we don't just try to say, come to our events. We really try to make it transformational instead of transactional, with saying like how much this is going to help you upon graduation.
Gotcha. And how can students keep up with what the Center of Leadership and Civic Engagement is doing on campus?
Yeah, so there's a couple of ways. We are, of course, on the Pirate Experience, so that's a hub that all student organizations, campus departments can post their events, so you can see all the opportunities we have for the rest of fall, as well as I think we'll start posting what we have for the spring. And then, of course, we're more active on Instagram, so that's ECU CLCE, as well as ECU Pantry. So we oversee both of those accounts, and we post on a regular basis. And then, shameless plug, we're actually hiring 2 student workers. So we have 4 undergrad student workers that work for our office and facilitate some of those programs, and that's posted through People Admin and closes at the end of the month.
Awesome. That is what we like to hear. And that is how you guys can get involved. If you guys are interested in anything that Lauren has just talked about, you guys can get involved with that. It's very important you do so, and we highly encourage it if you are interested in doing so.